You accepted. At the time of my turn, whole ummah came. You know the history that Imam says that it was closed that Imam Hassan and Imam Hussain Islam would mashed like between the people and crowd. How much crowd they came to? They asked Imam Ali alayhi salam that, oh, Ali, you accept the Khilafah. Otherwise, he was not ready to accept. So everybody, like you call today's terminology, the complete democracy. Everybody came. That was not any consensus. That was not any prior any suggestion or declaration. Nothing. Completely freedom. I mean, everybody they came and asked Imam Ali salam, you accept. So I became Khalifa. Okay, you don't accept me as an Imam, no matter. But at least you have accepted me as a Khalifa. I'm your Khalifa. So now you came to fight with me. And that's why Sulaima, a man came and he said, yeah, let me talk to these people. And then he took a paper. That time Quran was not like today we have in a Quran complete all the chapters of Quran and complete one book. Like he was having one paper. And he started Quran reciting. And one man threw the arrow. An arrow came and passes through the paper and hit into his chest. And he died. His mother was there. And she said, what you people are doing? Why you kill my son? He was just doing mawza. He was just reciting Quran. And then Imam ordered, now Hujjah has finished. Now you can fight with them because they have started. So Imam alayhi salam came, Imam Hussain salam, on the day of Ashura, and he is asking people, Ayyuhan nas, let me talk to you. Just I have few words. And then Imam has challenged them. If you are not satisfied, at least half of you, that's a big thing. Imam said, if you are not satisfied with my words, half of you can kill me then. It means you can imagine how Imam alayhi salam was firm and has confident in his words. But I want to take a lesson that why Imam in the middle of the battlefield is asking permission, or you can say another way, not asking permission but giving them a fursa, opportunity. Still you have time. And that's why Imam alayhi salam has said that whenever you have received a fursa, you rush towards. Otherwise, what would happen? Al-fursatu tamurra marra sahab. Opportunities goes away like clouds in the sky. So any opportunity you get, you avail, you receive, don't lose that. Now Imam is giving fursa, these people of Karbala, the enemies, that still you have time, you are gonna commit a biggest sin. You are going to kill the son of Rasulullah. Now you imagine, recite salawat please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Imam says, فَإِن قَبِلْتُمْ أُذْرِي بِذَلِكَ أَسْعَدَ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَكُمْ عَلَيَّ السَّبِيلِ. There's no way for you. وَإِن لَمْ تَقْبَلُوا مِنِّي الْعُذْرَ وَلَمْ تُعْثُوا النِّصْفَ مِنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ. There are 3 points Imam alayhi salam has, you can say, we can take from this khutbah, very short khutbah of Imam, and that would be the end of the majlis today. That why Imam alayhi salam, what Imam tried to say on the day of Ashura through this short sermon. First of all, how do we relate this situation, to our day-to-day situation, like the situation we are facing today? So many times our youth, ourselves, even myself, I count amongst you, that there is a matter of confusion. Sometimes we are really confused. What is going on? What should be the exact decision has to be taken through authorities, either our supreme, right now our supreme authorities are our Maharaja. On the top, if is a matter of discussion open. Anyone who accepts Wilayat Faqih, of course. Wali Faqih is the supreme authority. If anyone has not accepted, has not understood, doesn't matter. That's a different thing. But at least you believe that Maharaja are on the supreme authority. So what should initiative they have to take in this situation we are living now? You see, Imam Ali, sometimes people, they say, why they are not doing this or that? Why they are giving fursa? Why they are not doing this or that? So many times we wait. You know, the enemies always from the beginning of Islam. In our Quran circle, we were talking the same thing at the time of Ahzab. Some people, they used to come and say, Ya Rasulullah, my houses are inna buyutuna awra. Our houses are open. Open means it doesn't mean that there was no shed. No. They used to say, we have no other authority than me, so if I go to the battlefield, our ladies and children will remain without any guardian. So I'm not going to fight. Rasulullah said, no, you are lying. This is not the excuse. You are a coward. Or you are helping indirectly or directly to the enemies. If you do not participate in the battle, what would happen? Because enemy was, the Ahzab, battle of Ahzab was the biggest and one of the battle of Islam that was a battle is going to be declared that who is victorious, either Islam or Kufr. And that's why in that same battle, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave this, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. ضربة علي يوم الخندق أفضل من عبادة الثقلين. Why one hit of Amir al-Mu'minin Islam is heavier than the ibadat of whole universe? Because that was the borderline. If Imam Ali alayhi salam was not there, that battle was gone. So, if you see the reason sometimes in a delay, like Wadi Sadiq 1 or 2 or 3, for example, sometimes we have delay. Sometimes they have strategies or plan. What are the reason? Reason is the same. We have taken from Karbala. Otherwise, Imam al-Salam would say, okay, you have killed Ali ibn Akbar, you have killed my brother Abbas. There's no way to talk to you. I'm also going to fight you. But no, at the last moment, at the end of the time, Imam was trying to tell them that you are gonna commit a sin that has no compensation. You cannot repent then. Some people, they come, I don't know, what should I call them? Some people, they come and say that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven, na'uzubillah, astaghfirullah, akam bidahan, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgiven Yazid, then what? How come Yazid-like person has been, would be forgiven? It won't be possible. Allah is adil, just. So that's why there is no such if or that or but nothing. Imam alayhi salam made clear for everybody in that battle. So first reason was that to introducing the truth and the position of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. That who I am. You are going to kill me, so who I am. You should know. Otherwise, you should say that, okay, we didn't know. This Imam, the man came from the Medina and then we fought with them. And that's why one of the companion of Imam alayhi salam, he said that, Yabna Rasulullah, I know Umar Saad very well. We used to be like a friend circle. I'm not saying friend as a ihtiyat. Umar Saad was not like Biqaul Farsi, Baniya Baqalo, is a man of street or something. He was a well-known person in Kufa. Umar Saad is the son of Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, one of the very famous companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Umar Sa'ad was well known. The man came and he said, Ya Rasulullah, let me talk to this man. Why you are going to fight with Imam Hussain? So he said that he came to Umar Sa'ad. Umar Sa'ad was, shining his sword. He stood up. Umar Sa'ad saw his shadow. For example, if the day is clear and you go and stand someone's, close, he was just looking the earth. He saw a shadow. He said, why didn't you say salam to me? So the companion of Imam, he said, a Muslim when meet to another Muslim should first say salam. Awal salam, bad kalam. So I said, oh, mashallah. So you assume that you are a Muslim. Now, the companion of Hussain alayhi salam, he said that you think that you are a Muslim. How come you say yourself Muslim and you have, it was after 7th Muharram, like, of course, because he said that you have banned the river Euphrates, Farat, on the sons of Rasulullah, and every creation of Allah, they are allowed to drink, they quench their thirst from this river, except the family of Rasulullah, and you are saying you are Muslim? So he came, he talked. He said, no. Well, last majlis I said this. He said, no, I cannot. I have done a business. Man muamale kardam. He said, no, I cannot go back. Why? Because I have done a business. What business? To find the hukumat of Ray. Imam said, look, I have an orchard which has something 5,000 date trees. And at that time you can say well equipped, like fencing today, and irrigation system, and everything is there. I can give you that thing in Medina. My father, Amir al-Mu'minin salam, has left. I have so many properties. Imam alayhi salam said, I can give you. So no. But then what would happen to my my family? He said, I will give you. You know who I am? I cannot tell lies. I'm promising you. I will secure your family even. He said, no. Otherwise, if you are not listening, you see, your head will be raised on the spear in the same Kufa. And the same happened when Amir Mukhtar, he came. They were relatives, Amir Mukhtar and even Umar Saad. One of the sister of Amir Mukhtar was under his marriage of Umar Saad. So, first of all, Imam Hussain salam, he introduced. That is very important. So many times I'm trying to tell you, so many times there is a delay in taking any decision. But that delay is good for us. That there should not remain any excuse even for the enemies, that they could say that, oh, you haven't given us any time, otherwise I would accept your works. So, the first thing from this khutbah, Imam alayhi salam said, Ayyuhan nas, you allow me to talk to you. Second point we can take from this khutbah, why Imam alayhi salam has taken, has done this qiyam or revolt against the hukumat, the present regime, or you can say hukumat. Why? That Imam alayhi salam wanted to tell them that if I am the son of Rasulullah, that you have no authority to deny this fact, then of course you are doing zulm if you are going to kill me. You are going to do zulm. And the third thing Imam alayhi salam has said, that what would be the consequences of if you kill the hujjat of Khuda? Hujjat Khuda, I mean the proof of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you would know what would be the consequences. So Imam alayhi salam made everything clear. So many times people, they say, okay, some people, they have power, they don't see what would be the consequences because they are very powerful. Now you compare, you have a comparison. Today, one power, very strong, everything in their hands. Economy, political situation, media, people, sources, resources, United Nations, everything they have. And another side, very, very, you can say, poor, innocent people, they have nothing. Now, so such powerful people would think anything about their consequences. They say, no, I'm always victorious. Nothing can harm us. But no, history has proved that if you are doing dhulm against anybody, then you will not remain. You will be removed from this earth. And we have seen so many power has gone. But Imam alayhi salam, Imam Hussain alayhi salam, in this khutbah has made this very clear that, oh people, if you accept, if you listen, then what would happen? Not only you are going to save the son of Rasulullah, but you are going to save the whole humanity. And the last thing Imam then challenged that, Fajma'u amrak, and if you are not listening to me, Fajma'u, go and gather. And this is the same thing Hazrat Nuh, Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, he also challenged in Surah Nuh, you can see that, oh people, if you are not listening to me, Fajma'u shuraka'akum. Go and gather your people, whosoever you know. Go and gather. I don't care. This is the message. Sometimes some people, they say, are you crazy? Are you're challenging these people? Who are you? What do you have? Nothing. You are 30,000, I am alone. Oh Hussain alayhi salam was alone in the Karbala. You are minimum 30,000, 100,000. It's the same, like whole world is one side, one power is one side. The same situation, for example. So you are challenging me, Imam saying, Fajma'u amrakum wa shuraka'akum thumma la yakun amrukum alaykum ghumma thumma qdu ilayya wa la tunziruna inna waliyillah. My wali is Allah. My guardian is Allah. I don't care. So if, like Quran says that Rabbuna, they say that Allah is their Lord. ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا. And then they remain steady. And then what happened? Allah ascends angels on them. And this is the promise of Allah for everybody, not even for Imam and Masum. If you say Allah is your Lord, Allah is your power and authority, and you hold that your covenant, then you see that how much you will be a strongest people on the earth. See Ayatollah Sistani, how young, many of you have seen Ayatollah Sistani, for example. I have seen also. You see close, in his 90s, not too much, like 6, 7, 8 feet and biceps or nothing. Very simple man, small. But power, you see. One word is say, millions of people, they are ready to sacrifice their life. For one word, this is the power. Or Ayatollah Khamenei, same. He's not like in his 20s, very young or wrestler or something, very old man. But one word can change. Many people, they are ready to sacrifice their life. This is the power. This power we see. This power comes when they admit that we are the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fajma'u amrakum wa shuraka'akum. Inna waliyillah الذي نزل الكتاب وهو يتولى الصالحين, who has revealed the book and who loves the righteous people. Allah loves righteous people. He is the friend of righteous people. If Allah is the friend, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was 16 years old. Just 16 years. In the whole city, he was the only man facing the whole city of Namarud. He was alone at 16 years old. For our young boys, and you can take an example. That's why Quran says there is an exemplar in Ibrahim. There is an exemplar in Nuh. There is an exemplar in Muhammad for you. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Why? Because this is the... So many times we say, oh, what can I do? I have very limited resources. What do you have? You have a house. You means everybody. A car. A salary. A body free from disease, for example, healthy, I can walk. I have a back family, wife, children, everything. What Ibrahim alayhi salam was having. He was just 16 years old. No father, no mother was there, no father. Okay, Quran has mentioned Azar as his father, because he was his uncle according to all Shia tafsir. Our Sunni brothers, they believe that Azar was his father. We don't believe that a father of a prophet can be idol worshipper. But the stand you see, Ibrahim alayhi salam, very strong. He faced and he challenged. Okay, you want to throw me into the mid of the fire? I don't care. And that's why when Angel Jibreel, he asked, oh Allah, why don't you save there is a one muwahhid, one believer on the earth. Why don't you save? Allah said, okay, go and ask. Hal li haja? Do you have? He said, Nam, wala, wa anta, fala. I have hajat. Everybody is hajat. Other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everybody has hajat. Everybody is needy. Allahu samad. But I do not have any hajat from you. He knows. He knows better. And then what happened? Ya Nuri, Ya Naru, Kuni Bardun wa Salama ala Ibrahim. This is the completely, that's the, you can say, miracle that has changed the nature of fire. Can change it. In falsafa, in philosophy, we learn you cannot change the mahiyat, essence. You cannot change. If you take the sweetness from the sugar, then no more you can call that sugar. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands, Ya naru kuni bardun wa salam. So that nar, that fire was fire for everybody. But that fire was a pleasant thing for Ibrahim alayhi salam. This is the impact of, if you say, Inna wali Allah, if Allah is our guardian. But if other than Allah, anybody becomes the guardian, then of course, we see this world full of disaster, full of challenges. Otherwise, those people, they have accepted Allah is their guardian. For them, yes, challenges are there, but they don't care, or they don't have any you can say, fear from those challenges. Yes, they are ready to tackle these challenges. And this lesson we can get from the Karbala. Imam Hussain alayhi salam, each and every Imam was Imam. You can say he was infallible Imam. But what about other companion? How strong they were. Can you imagine Zuhair Khan? Okay, he was a Usmani Maslak. How he turned. So many times you say, okay, my past is really dark. Don't say this. My past is dark. Your past is not darker than Abdullah ibn Khurr Jo'fi. The man in the serial you have seen, Mukhtar Nama, his name is, what do you call, Ibn Hur. the man who came and fought against Imam Ali alayhi salam, he was the commander of Muawiyah's army in the battle of Siffin. But the same man, he decided not to be part of either Imam Hussain or the part of Yazidi Lashkar, and he left Kufa. When Imam saw that, oh, at least he has decided not to be part of Yazidi Lashkar or not to be part of Hussaini Lashkar, now at least he came one step forward. So I can guide him. Imam said that, you come, your past is dark, but now I can assure you, I can give you this assurance that our Jad, our ancestor, will forgive you, do shafaat, intercession for you. He said, if you want, I can give you money, sword. Imam said, La hajat ali le farasika or romheka, or, you know, I don't need your horse, I don't need your sword, it's full of market. I can go and buy so many swords from the Kufa. I can buy many horses. You know, Imam alayhi salam was having lots of money. He purchased the land of Karbala. I can do this, but I need you. I don't need this sword. Today, yes, so many times, if we cannot, sometimes, what should I do? What should I do to be a supportive or part of the positive group? I'm in Canada. I cannot go anywhere. Baba, at least accept from your heart that who is the right and who is the wrong. Still don't raise your finger against that, oh, these are the people. Like, I remember at the time of, you know, when I was childhood, people used to say in our area, Imam Khomeini is giving, you know, innocent people's life, you know, unnecessarily. They used to say like this, Nauz Billah. But later on they realized, oh, what this Imam Khomeini, rahmatullah alayhi, what he did, what was his basira, what was his vision. Later on realized. Today we have sometimes the same situation where we are standing. So at least, okay, I cannot go anywhere, no need to go. This is the most important thing, and that can apply for the Imam of our time. So many times there is no need to do anything unless you strong your faith in the Imam Hujjat ibn al-Hasan, that yes, our Imam is present with his physical bodies, and I am the supporter of Imam, and I have faith. If we have this faith and I die, Allah has promised He will raise us and become, you know, we will become the part of the army of Imam Zamana. So at least I can do faith-wise, make us strong. Belief-wise, nobody can penetrate in your heart. Okay, so many things, they can cut off your electricity, they can cut off your water supply, they can cut off anything, but they cannot stop your faith. No one can stop your faith, our faith on this earth. And what happened? If we have no, you know, like doubt, we can check. When the magician of Firaun, they saw the miracle from Musa alayhi salam, what they said? Inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. And then Firaun said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chop your feet and your leg and your hand in opposite direction. Why? Because who gave you this authority to believe? When they said that, you know, Amantu bi Rabbi Musa wa Harun. Said, who told you you believe in the Rabb of Lord of Musa and Harun? Aaron. I'm the Ana Rabbukum al-Ala. He said, no, who cares? Who are you? You want to cut this body? Cut. Inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. Dua Safar also we say, Subhanalladhi sakhara lana hadha wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin wa inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. When heart has changed towards Allah, now none can do anything wrong with you. Yes, they can wrong with you, with your body, with your car, with your house, but not with your soul. Your soul become pure. I need that pure soul. We need this pure soul, not this body. This body will, you know, decompose after a while, of course, willy-nilly. No one can. But soul should be purer. And that soul become and remain purer with this faith that Imam is our leader and whosoever he has appointed in his ghaiba is the leader. We have to follow them. Still, if there is a doubt, there are so many things. Theses there on the internet. You can check. You can check these history of these warmongers, the bloodsuckers. You go and check their history and check the history of other, khayma and other tent. What was their history? And you can easily judge. Now, alhamdulillah, we are living in this stage, in a state or in a time period, so many things became very clear, crystal clear. Yeah, 10 years ago, before 20 years ago, it was not very clear. But now things are very clear. Who is on the right path? And why should we follow the Karbala? Still, there are groups, they say, why you Shia people you beat? Why you Shia people you organize these majalis? So where I take the big name after the member, the man who has given a 29 minutes lecture on YouTube, and he is a doctor, PhD from Medina University, American, he's the head of the American Muslim, blah, blah, blah. But the man says that I cannot say Lanatullah to Yazid. See? I don't know. He was right or wrong. So what did you do in your PhD? If you do not know Yazid was right on the wrong path, then who is wrong? Shaitan was not wrong. Then Shaitan believes in Rububiyat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Khaliqiyat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything in Rahmaniyat, everything. Only in the Tawheed of Fa'iliyah, he was not agree. You have created me from fire and you have created Adam from clay. So I am superior. Ishqal, where is in Khaliqiyat? Otherwise, he asked permission. You are Rabb. Allah gave him permission. So, Shaitan was having more Tawheed or Yazid? Shaitan. So believe in Shaitan. Don't say, Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. You should have confusion. Only one segment of the Tawheed, Shaitan disbelieved. Only one segment. So why don't you accept Shaitan? No. So don't be fool like these people. They say, oh yeah, because this is the last thing. Why I'm telling? Because I'm seeing in this part of the world, land, especially, so many our youth, خیلی زود مرغوب میشن به وهابیت, به سلفیت. Because the pajama is short, the beards are big, rushing to the masjid, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Fajr. Every time Salah, praying Salah, you big sign of the, sujood on there. Tawheed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only full time they are talking. Oh, they are the real Muslim. Our sisters, they get married. Why? And then their life becomes, because I do counseling also. After 3 years of marriage, oh, the guy is Wahhabi, the girl is Shia. The girl is Wahhabi, the boy is Shia. Now, should my children go to the majlis? No. No way. Should my children go to that mosque? No, that way. Now, can you lead this life? No. So, you should be Allah. This is the fatwa of Maraji. Okay. As far as kalama concerned, everybody who recites La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, okay, becomes Muslim. But what else? What other things? This is not the only thing now. This is not the only thing which we consider it. So we should have a very logical, proofs that why do we organize majalis, why we are following Karbala, why we are talking always and always Imam Hussain, because Imam of our time, always he remembered Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And the first ever thing when Imam alayhi salam will reappear, he will introduce himself, Ana ibn Hussain ibn Ali. I am the son of the Hussain ibn Ali. Yes, we are going to recite the musibah of a 4-year daughter of Hussain. Imam Hussain was the beloved personality amongst all the ladies of Karbala, all the personalities of Karbala. But you know whom Hussain alayhi salam used to love and who has recommended, oh my sister Zainab, you should remember that my daughter Sakina or Sukaina should not have problems. But how should I say, Yabna Rasulullah, the same daughter you have recommended after your death, after your martyrdom, she is asking every time, oh, Ya Abati, Ya Amma, Abbas. But the same Sakina, yes, when Imam Hussain alayhi salam left the tents for the final battle, Sakina, she has, not letting to go her father in the battlefield. Imam came from the horse. Oh, my beloved daughter, what do you want? Oh, my father, just last time you make me sleep on your chest. You know I cannot sleep without your chest. Oh, Sakina, the tradition has changed. From now, you will sleep on the chest of your aunt or your mother, and Ali Asghar will sleep on my chest. Yes, Sakina left. She was though 4 years old, but she knew everything. And that's why you can't find any single statement where Sakina came to the enemy's tent and asked, could you give me a food or water? No. She was the daughter. She was the modest daughter of Imam Hussain. Yes, she was crying and complaining for her earrings and for her, blood was running from her ears to her aunt, to her uncle Abbas alayhi salam. Yes. Why? Because Sakina was so much attached with Abbas alayhi salam. Sakina was so much attached with Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Yes, and that is why whenever she was having any trouble, she asked, oh Uncle Abbas, where are you? If you would be there, these enemies would not do anything what they are doing. Yes, but the final day came in the dungeon of Damascus, when Sakina was sleeping, and what she saw, and in her dream, a father came, Father Imam Hussain came, and Sakina was every day was looking for her father. Now finally there is a meeting of father and daughter. Can you imagine? You have all these experience. If you go on journey for 2-3 days and you come back, if you have a daughter, you see, whenever you knock the door, the first ever person comes on at the door is your daughter, and she will, try to hug you. Yes, when Imam Hussain, he came in the dream of Sakina, you know what Sakina she did? She asked, oh Baba, where were you when enemies, they burned my chadar, they have taken my chadar? Yes, oh Baba, where were you when they have taken my earrings? Oh Baba, where were you when I was kept fast tightened on the back of the camel? Yes, Sakina was crying and complaining and crying. But in the meantime, this Sakina, she woke up from her dream and then asked, my Baba was there. Riwayah says, Maktal, she was putting her hand on the head of Lady Zainab Salamullah alayha. Lady Zainab asked, oh my daughter Sakina, what are you looking? She said, oh my aunt, I have seen my father, he was just there. And Bibi Zainab said, no, my dear, your father has been killed. He has been martyred. Yes, no, my father was there. And then in the meantime, this voice raised up to the Yazid. Riwayah said he sent the head of Imam Hussain. Now when the head came, I'm just shorting the Messiah, when the head came, now Sakina, she wants to put the lips over the lips of Imam, lips over the lips of her father, and cheeks over the cheeks of her father, and complaining. But all of a sudden, her voice has stopped. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Matam Hussain. Ya Hussain. Ya Hussain.
Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein.
یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا میں کرب و بلا نہیں آ سکتی بابا، تم شام آنا 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 بابا، تم شام میں کرب و بلا نہیں آ سکتی بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا، تم شام آنا بابا، اب ملنے اپنی بیٹی سے، اب ملنے اپنی بیٹی سے زندان آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم زندان یہ مجھ کو راس نہیں، زندان یہ مجھ کو راس نہیں، اب جینے کی کوئی آس نہیں، بے چین ہو تم جو پاس نہیں، ہے بے چین ہو تم جو پاس نہیں، نہیں تم کو حال سنا سکتی بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام، میں کم سن سید زادیا، میں کم سن سید زادیا، تیری بابا میں شہزادیا، تیرے بعد میں بابا رل گیا، ہے تیرے بعد میں بابا رل گیا، میں مٹیا دے نہیں سو سکتی بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم میں کرب و بلا نہیں آ سکتی بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام، بابا عباس نہیں اکبر بھی نہیں، بابا عباس نہیں اکبر بھی نہیں، اور پاس میرا اصغر بھی نہیں، پردیس ہے اپنا گھر بھی نہیں، ہے پردیس ہے اپنا گھر بھی نہیں، نئی دل اپنا بہلا سکتی بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام، میں کرب و بلا نہیں آ سکتی بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، اب ملنے اپنی بیٹی سے زندان آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، تم شام آنا بابا، شبیر کی وہ لاڈلی، شبیر کی وہ لاڈلی، سینے پہ جو شاہ کے پلی، جس کی ابا بن میں جلی، جس کی ابا بن میں جلی، منہ پہ تماچوں کے نشاں، مولا حق امام یا حسن یا حسین، مولا حق امام یا حسن یا حسین، مولا حق امام یا حسن یا حسین، یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین، بر محمد و آل محمد صلوات.
آل محمد.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.